So this was the fourth weekend of the ASRA Midwest Series, the third race weekend of my year, and it was by far my favorite race weekend of the year. This is when we were sharing the track with the baggers for the weekend, and I'm going to be talking about Ultralightweight Superbike and Lightweight Supersport in this race. I'm going to keep the GTL race to a separate video because it's my favorite race of the year. Anyway, I did the practice day, and I was dead set on getting pole. My quickest lap ever was a 1:22.07, and I felt like I could break into the 121s. This is qualifying. I really wanted to go for pole. As you can see, that probably wasn't going to be happening on this day because, well, I had no idea if that bike in front of us was dropping a bunch of oil, and that kind of threw any shot at a qualifying run out the window. So, oh well. I usually lose whatever starting position I have anyway because my starts suck. So, here we go with Ultralightweight Superbike. Now, I'm looking at this. I can see that the red flag is here, and I had seen on the grid sheet that was posted that this is a two-wave start. However, the bike to the left of me is revving its engine, and I've never seen the red flag here before. I'm like, oh shit, am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go? I committed to not going, and luckily for me, it worked out. If I could make one recommendation to ASRA, please bring the two-wave sign back. I know that they tell us it's our responsibility to know if it's a two-wave or if it's not. Man, that removes all questioning out of there if there's a two-wave sign there. So here we go. I still don't know how to start. I know I need to bring those revs way up. So the guy on my left gets monster starts every time, so see ya. I think there's 5 lightweight bikes in this race. We're also on the grid with 300 Supersport. So I know that obviously you always want to get around the guy in front of you, but I really, really want to get around the guy in front of me, or behind this guy. I want to get past him because there's somebody I really want to keep behind me, and if I can put the two of us, I can put that bike in between us, I'm going to be feeling a lot better about things. But once we get through turn 6, I've really got no answer for him until we get back to about the carousel. Because he just puts down power so much better. And you'll see it on the front straightaway. This bike just walks me. It's a terrible turn. But then I just kind of watch that bike disappear into the distance. I'm not sure if he's just going to start running away with it at this point or not. We'll find out. So we're coming up to the part of the track where I realize that this is where I'm going to end up getting held up. Is coming to the bus stop, which is not generally one of my best areas. In fact, I'd argue it's probably my worst area, but I catch him pretty good in there. So I'm starting to think about that. The strongest part of the track for me, I think, is 4 and 5. Can I parlay his slower bus stop into somehow getting past him into turn 5? Now, he goes wide here, and I thought if I put power down, I was actually going to hit him. So I didn't. So I know for the most part, all of the fast parts of this track, it's just not going to work out for me to get around him because the way he puts power down is just so much better than me. So I'm going to have to get him somewhere between 2 and 5. I can also hear there's a bike right behind me. I don't see a way around the carousel on him. Here is where I could try to dart it through and get on the inside, but it didn't happen, and now we're really backed up. And now there's somebody right breathing on my neck. So I'm going to try everything to try to get around him in 5 here. Not a great run for me, but still going to try it. And I just don't have the drive to get next to him. If I could get next to him into that turn, I could maybe make it happen. So now it's just hold on again until I get another shot at the bus stop. Keep running this wide. I learned I got to stop doing that for some reason. Well, it's not for some reason. I'm just looking for any opportunity that I might find an advantage somehow on him. But I got to stop running that turn 7 that wide. So in my head, I'm trying to figure out where in the bus stop I'm going to get around him, because I want to make it happen on this lap. And then I see he's pretty damn slow here, so fuck it, let's go for it. And then this turns out to be a really dumb idea, because there's the 518. So learned a lesson about giving up, you know, position on the track there. But now he's going to fight with the same thing that I just did. I've ridden behind Brad quite a bit this year. I know we have pretty much identical power. When we're talking about, you know, how much power you have down a straightaway or coming off a corner. So he's probably going to struggle with the same things I just was, but he is a lot better racecraft-wise. So if he does make a move on him, I want to be right there so I can also get past the bike that's in front of both of us. And I know it looks stupid that I'm running that outside line. I really do. This is all a learning experience for me. So I start to go outside a bit here, and then I realize, oh, don't do that again. There might be another bike right behind us. And then, so he gets around him here, and that bike's slowing down. I can see there's a yellow flag waving. Now, I'm confused as hell, because we're going super slow. And I just watched that Moto America race, and there was somebody in Superstock that was leading, and he got flagged. There's a yellow flag waving right there. I don't see that there's actually a guy off in there. I'm looking around, and I don't see any more waving yellow flags. I'm like, what is happening? So I finally just start going, because it's like, I don't know what else to do. It was so weird. I didn't know if I was supposed to be stopping, slowing, what happened there. Anyway, fast forward. So I'm running in P2. This is the last lap. And I'm not exactly certain how close somebody is behind me. I know I can't catch the leader here. So I don't want to wreck the bike. I got a couple more races this weekend. And then, oh shit. I wasn't sure he was right there. So now it's going to be a drag race to the finish. And we are right next to each other. And I'm not sure how my bike got this little bit, but I ended up getting past it. I don't know how. We were right next to each other at the start-finishing line. And then, because I'm awkward as hell, he goes for the fist bump. I miss it because I'm an idiot. And I get back into the pits, and then I just dump the bike over as a celebration for whatever I just did. So this is how this race finished up. I wanted to break into the 121s. Didn't quite do it. Got a 122.060, which was quickest for amateur, but I mean, they don't give trophies for fastest lap or anything, so let's go on to the next one. All right, lightweight Supersport. I wanted to point something out on this grid because I feel bad about it. This is my time, 124.171. This is second place's time, 124.111. I noticed that about 2 races before the start of this race. Sorry, there was like 2 races to go before this race started. So I went up to the tower. I'm like, you guys had the grid wrong. I don't have pole for this race. And they're like, well, it's too late to change it. Do you know where the guy's pitted? If you know where he's pitted, then you can change it. And I was like, I don't know where he's pitted. I've never met him before. And they're like, well, it's too late to change it. So you get pole. It's close enough. I was like, okay, well, I feel bad about this, but all right. So I'm starting on pole for a pole that I didn't earn. This is interesting. So I'm looking at that undertail exhaust. It's a lightweight Supersport race, and I'm going through my head, what the hell lightweight bike has an undertail exhaust? That will become important later. Anyway, here we go. I got a better start than the first race, but that dude just gets monster starts anyway, so he didn't need pole. But here's why pole was important, because I'm actually going to get around him. All right, so I'm leading, and then the expert field is right in front of us because single wave start. And now, in my head, if I can get one expert between me and the amateur field, because I put up a quick lap in the last race, I will be able to put some time on him. But I don't know how to get around people. I haven't developed that part of my racing adventure yet. But I'm going to try to do it in 5 here. And no, not close enough. He didn't. No, it wasn't close enough. Alright, so now I gotta figure out. I've never made a really good pass going into one. So I almost know I have to wait until we get to 3 next time. I've gotta stop going way out there. That's just hurting me. It's just hurting me to go outside in 7 like that. And what it does is it invites somebody to pass me. So I need to stop doing that. As it just happened. Alright, so we're back in the same position we were in Ultralightweight Superbike. If the 518 gets past him, I want to get past him. Well, shit. Alright, I have to get past this bike because I want to win the freaking race. So where am I going to get past him? I could probably try the same move. He didn't see me trying it last time. I maybe could have dove in there, but that's not a pass I've been able to stick before. Alright, so I'm going to back up 4 a little bit, and then I'm going to try to make a run through 5. See if I can get up next to him on his right. If he blocks it, I'm screwed, but if he doesn't, I'm going to get all the way up next to him and just force it, because I don't want that 518 running away. I feel a little bit bad about this one because I really took it away. But I really don't want that 518 to disappear. Alright, so now I'm in P2. I can see P1. He's got some gap, but I'm going to do my best to make it up. Also, I see that there's one more expert that he's likely going to be catching, and I'm hoping when he tries to get around him, that's going to be my opportunity to actually get both of them. Not that I know where I'm going to be able to get around him because our strengths and weaknesses are pretty similar, and he's just got better racecraft than I do, but I think I've got a little bit of pace on a track with nobody else on it, but I don't know how I'm actually going to get around him. So we're there. Now I still can't factor how this expert is going to factor into things, because it seems like we're all about the same pace, and I don't know how hard the leader's actually going to try to push to get around him. I'm actually not even certain if he knows I'm right behind him yet. And really what I'm going to be doing is trying to figure out a spot where I can get around the leader, because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be able to do it yet. Alright, now he knows I'm here. That's not a good bus stop. But I'm just prodding for stuff. I don't care if I get third, whatever. I want to get a win, so I'll leave some doors open to try to find something. Taking a bunch of suboptimal lines, just trying to figure out where I might be able to find a 10th, 2 tenths somewhere. That is not the line to take. I didn't lose a bunch by it, but it looks terrible. Oh, look at us. We're on the Bagger Racing League feed. How about that? So I don't think I can get around him through the carousel. Actually, I'm pretty certain of it. Unless I was able to shoot up to the inside there from a good release on 2 where he gets a bad one, there's no way I'm getting around him in the carousel. He's stronger than I am in the carousel. The one place I do think I can get around him is if I can get a good run out of 4 through 5. If I run an outside line and just hammer it, I might have a chance. It's kind of this spot, and I was too far back to actually try to make it work there. There's been a couple opportunities, or there will be an opportunity where I'm going to be able to try to make that one work. So now we've stabilized with the expert in front of us. And he's actually putting some time on us now. So it doesn't look like that's actually going to come into play unless that expert makes a mistake. But I still got to figure out how to get around this guy. And I feel like if I follow right in his right in his tire tracks on turn 7, we're just going to get the exact same drive off, and I'm not going to be able to get around him. So I'm trying to find some way to get extra speed on the straightaway by lengthening the straightaway. Could I potentially shoot up on the inside there? Maybe, but that's super dangerous. Get a terrible turn through there. But I see he's not actually going that fast through there. So I'm going to try to get next to him. And this is hard on the brakes I've ever gotten. I'm straight right before the turn. That wasn't smart. That was dangerous for both of us. I'm not thrilled that I did that. But I still got to figure out how to get around this guy. So I think we're coming up on, 1 lap to go. All right, I got 1 lap to figure out how to get around him, and I'm thinking my best shot is in 5. And then I just got to keep close to him. Now, I didn't see this coming. Dude, there's a guy right next to me. Shit. I just thought it was the 2 of us. All right, so now I got to play a little bit of defense, but ultimately I don't care about finishing 3rd, but I don't want him in between us before 4 and 5. So I'm not going to give him the inside to be able to get around me in here. I want to get around in 5. So back this up a little bit and then hammer down, and we'll see what we can do. Because if I don't get him here, it's over. And he shuts the door. Damn it. That's a good move. No, I've still got that bike right behind me. But I've got to figure out somehow I got to get past him on the straightaway. So I want to back it up a little bit, but I can't back it up because there's a bike right behind me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do that stupid thing where I'm going way outside. And then something really neat happens. All right, we're in a drag race, and then fucking see ya. What the hell is that? And that was the finish. That was the closest I've ever been to winning a race. I think it turned out to be 0.16 seconds. So congratulations to the winner. Also, the Bagger Racing League. I found this on the camera. All right, that's not us, but here we go. This is actually what it looked like on the end. So there we go, about to drag, and then neither of us, I talked to the guy who won after the race, had any idea what in the world just shot past us. And apparently it was a 600 that got lost in a lightweight race. So there's the results on lightweight Supersport. Bunch of fun again. So I wanted to break into the 121s. I did 121.596. I'm proud of the effort. I've got a long way to go on racecraft and learning how to get actually past people. Putting up quick-ish laps doesn't mean anything if you don't know how to race. I don't know how to race yet, but dude, I had such a blast on this day. This was Saturday. These were my two races. I was hanging out with Steve and his wife in the pits for this one. They helped me out a whole bunch. They watched me tip my bike over. It was a great day. But I knew in my head in that GTL race, I was going to frickin' do everything I could to win it. And that was the most fun race I had of the year, and I'll put that one in another video. So you watch this far. Thanks for watching.